everyone, welcome back. This is Catherine from the Lady Critics Library coming at you with another video review. This time it is for Touch of Power by Maria V. Snyder. This is only the third book of hers that I have read, the first two being Outside In and Inside Out, and it was amazing. Like, this was one of the books that really helped me get through a very hard time, and it was so good. It is, I guess you could classify it as high fantasy. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but it's just, oh my goodness, it is a really phenomenal read. It is the perfect escapism book to take you to someplace completely different, and it just captures your imagination and your brain and just plops you down in this new place and doesn't let you go until it's finished. It's just, it's one amazing read. So the premise of this book is the main character, Avery, is a healer, and in this land, healers are now the sought after people to be killed. A while ago, there had been a plague that swept through everywhere, and the healers were supposedly the cause of it, and they also wouldn't help anyone. Of course, there are reasons to this, and it does go into depth on where the plague came from and the origins and stuff. But anyway, so Avery has been hiding out, moving from place to place for the better part of several years. Her mentor had been killed, her family had disappeared when she finally went back to them, because this was all happening during her apprenticeship, and she's now basically doing everything she can to survive. Unfortunately, there are times when she can't help herself and her inner healer takes over, and one such incident like this gets her caught. But luckily, she has a merry band of misfits that come and rescue her, and from there the novel just takes you on this crazy adventure that's full of magic and mayhem and death and life and love and family and friends, and it's just, wow, is what it is. Yeah, so it has honestly been one of my favorite reads of this year, and I mean, I know it is still very early in the year, but it's definitely going to be one of those top books for me. It was just, oh my goodness, I am forever a fan for life of Maria V. Snyder. I mean, the lady has a way of writing that just blows you away. I cannot wait for the second book. It is coming out, oh, you've got to be kidding me. It's not coming out until 2013. I think I might just die. No, not quite that bad. But I will be really excited when it finally comes out again. Oh, goodness. Because the end of this novel, whoa boy, like, whoa. You are left mind blown, and then it ends. Anyway, so this was just, brilliant. I mean, major props to Miss Snyder's writing. Like, she has a way of writing even the smallest characters where they make a huge impact, and Avery especially is just such this strong female role model character. I mean, she is up there on that list. Like, I mean, you can't not love a character who cares for others more than she necessarily cares for herself, and she puts herself at risk of being killed by healing people whenever she can. I mean, wow. The premise of this novel is fantastic. I love the idea that healers are people who quite literally take the problem into themselves. At times, this, not only from getting captured, but from the extent of the injuries that she treats, almost gets Avery killed. there were a couple times where I'm like, okay, there's still, 100 pages left and she's about to die. So how is this going to work? But it's just phenomenal. Healers in this novel, so they take the sickness or the injury into themselves and they ease it for the other person, they make it better, and then their body has a speedier way of healing itself. A big part of this novel are lilies. They are on the cover of the novel themselves, right there. And there are two kinds of lilies in this novel. There are the peace lilies and the death lilies, and they are exactly as they seem. The death lilies obviously kill a person, and the peace lilies are peaceful. But there is not always everything that seems to be that is what it is when you look at it. And the way that these lilies are used in the story is crazy amazing. I mean, it is so cool. The twists and the turns in this novel that also include the lilies. And other magic. I mean, there are different types of mages, I always get that word wrong, in this novel, who do spectacular things. Like, there are people who kill people, and there are ones who are part of the earth around them, and there are people for water, and I mean, it's just crazy, crazy magic. There is romance in this novel. Don't get me wrong, it is a bit of a swoony novel as well as being fantastic fantasy and adventure. You are, I don't know, I mean, I was hoping for the romance from the beginning, and then I was just like, oh, it's never gonna happen. This guy is a dick. But then it's just, I don't know, it grows, and the romance is developed so well. Like, it's not this insta thing. It develops, and it simmers, and then it finally bubbles over, and it's just wow inducing. It's just, yeah, I'm so excited for the second novel in this series. My guess is that it's going to be a trilogy, since most of hers are. But 2013, you need to get here sooner. And I sincerely hope that this is a very, very early, like January 1st, 2013 publication date. It actually, let me check Goodreads. Yeah, all it says is 2013. US, Canada. Wonder if that means it's coming out in the UK sooner. I might have to book depository that stuff later. But yes, so if you have never read a Maria V. Snyder book, I really, really hope that this novel will pique your interest and make you read. A word of warning though, if you are, younger and reading young adult novels, this is not really a young adult novel. It is more of what they classify a new adult novel, so it's not quite as up there as the adult. It has a lot of adult scenes in it. I mean, there's sex. I'm just going to say it. There's sex. It is tastefully done. It's not some raunchy romance type sex, but it's there. There is guts and gore and murder and killing sprees, maybe not sprees, but there are a lot of mature subjects going on in this novel. So if you are younger, it may not yet be for you, but definitely keep it on your to-watch list for when you're older. If you are considering yourself old enough to read this, I mean, you could be 12 and think you're ready to read this. I wouldn't suggest for a 12-year-old. It's a bit too intense for that. No offense. But yeah, it's definitely geared towards a older audience, but not an adult audience, if that makes sense. Excuse me while I hiccup. So go with a word of warning for that. It does get rather graphic in some descriptions for like wounds and stuff. So if you are a bit queasy in your stomach for that, proceed with caution. That's pretty much all I'm saying. I am going to give this novel a I'm going to give this novel a 10 out of 10. I mean, it really did help me in a tough time in my life. It was the perfect escape read for me, and it was amazing. So, if you want a book like that, I really recommend this. Just, if you're not quite old enough, just be careful. Yeah, so that is it for this review. I will see you all next time, and until then, I'm Catherine from the Lady Critics Library, and happy reading to all of you. Bye!